A hush drapes over a quiet coastal suburb. Streetlights flicker against the night sky as the camera drifts past Seabrook's row of identical townhouses. One home, however, conceals a nightmare no one saw coming. It was here that 23-year-old Leila Carter lived, or tried to live. In the weeks leading up to July 14, 2023, she told friends that she feared her ex, Derek Hollis, would violate his bail conditions and come after her. He'd already been charged with breaching those conditions twice. So when a neighbor's desperate cry rang out that night, the sound of a woman screaming, "Get off me," no one was shocked. They just didn't know it was Leila calling out for help. Inside the townhouse, a young mother stood her ground, protecting her infant daughter sleeping just meters away. But one man's fury was colder than any plea for mercy. And when the sun rose the following morning, that anger had turned deadly. Police later described the scene: a hallway streaked with blood, a bedroom in disarray, and 60-odd wounds marking Lila's final moments. In the midst of it all, a child's wooden llama lay abandoned. Crime scene tape fluttered in the vestibule as officers pieced together the horrors of a life ended too soon. Days after the murder, Lila's family received a letter from a support service informing them that her case had been closed because she is deceased. It was just one of many soul-destroying blows they suffered as they grieved. Fast forward to March 2025 at the county court at Brookside. Tears streamed down Lila's mother's face as she spoke of the void no verdict could fill. Her daughter sisters told of their shattered family and their terror that history might repeat itself. Friends and neighbors recounted frantic emergency calls, the sound of footsteps on the deck outside Lila's bedroom, and the night they wished they'd done more. Derek Hollis entered a guilty plea, but he said nothing as the gavel came down. The judge, Justice McMurdo, slammed the prosecution for failing to argue for a harsher sentence due to Hollis's breaches of bail. He also condemned the police for not properly monitoring Hollis after he was granted bail. Legal experts agreed, lambasting the system for failing Lila. They demanded tougher bail rules for domestic offenders, mandatory follow-ups on violent incident reports, and real-time alerts for escalating threats. But for Lila's loved ones, these reforms can't bring her back. Outside the courthouse, they told reporters that she was much more than a statistic. She was a vibrant, caring, happy person, her mother said, voice shaking. She was our rock. Lila's story is not an isolated one. In Australia, a woman dies every 9 days at the hands of an intimate partner. Globally, some 20,500,000 women are killed by loved ones each year. In March 2025, thousands rallied in cities across the world, from Sao Paulo to Seoul. They held vigils, sit-ins, and protests, all for the same: to make violence against women history, not headline. As we remember Lila, let her unheard pleas fuel reforms that never close a support case, that answer every call for help, that honor each life. Let her story be a catalyst for change, a reminder that every shadow has a light, every fear can find a voice, and every life deserves a future. This is a joint investigation between a news outlet and an educational platform.